What is going on, you guys? I'm fixing my mic. I'm gonna try my mic up here and see how that sounds. All right, guys, so what is going on? Listen, today is week number 4 recap. So first and foremost, thank you guys so much for joining my channel. Thank you guys so much for checking in with me, checking on your girl. What is going on, family and friends? Okay, thank you so much for checking in on me and coming along this journey with me. I really, truly appreciate it. Just the support and, being able to share this story, share my journey. I have been battling this for a very, very long time. And so to be where I am and to be able to have the support that I have and, be able to share and be so vulnerable. I've never really been vulnerable about the journey for health and weight loss and obesity, and this has taken me to a new place. I'm saying 2025, you guys, is literally my season of transition, my season of transformation. There are so many things in the works in 2025 in terms of like just healing and growing and launching out businesses and just doing all of these things. And so I'm so excited for what this year will look like and what the end of this year will look like and what this time next year, right? March of 2026 will look like. So I just wanted to start and say thank you. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for coming along. All right, so today, you guys, we are going to be talking week number 4 on my GLP-1 tirzepatide journey. Zepbound, are also Mounjaro, which is the same thing. Mounjaro is for diabetes. Zepbound is for obesity management. And so I am talking about my last shot, you guys. Shot number 4 of the Zepbound 2.5 milligrams. So you guys saw my videos last week, one of my week 3 experience, but also the one of me going to my doctor's office and talking about where I am and what I've experienced. And we decided we're titrating up. We're titrating up, you guys. So we are going up to 2.5 milligrams. I'm sorry, 5 milligrams from 2.5 milligrams. Oh my gosh. So I'm so nervous about that titration and what that's going to feel like in that process. And if it's even the right decision, if it's going to cause any issues with the weight loss, we'll see what happens. So, and you guys know you're coming along for the journey, and I will be sharing with you guys everything. Okay. So as you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the great, as I take this journey of living life out loud, living just the truth of this journey and process and everything that's happening, ministry and all this stuff. And I'm sharing it with you guys. So let's talk week 4. Okay. All right. So week 4 was shot day. And I planned on taking it in my left arm for week 4. Which I did. I took it in my left arm. I wanted to see how my body responded, right? I saw how my body responded in week 3 to the right arm versus week 1 and 2 in the stomach. And so I took the shot in the left arm around 2:10 p.m. And before that, you guys, so I weighed in this morning. Guess how much I am down? I cannot believe this. I am down another 6.4 pounds, you guys. 6.4 pounds in 1 week. If you remember, week 1 was 6 pounds. Week 2 was like 3 point something, 3.2 or something like that. Week 3 was like 2.4 pounds. So I did not expect to be 6 pounds down this week. I didn't expect it. 6.4 to be exact. So, when I got on that scale, I almost jumped off, had to get back on to make sure that the scale was not broke. And it was not broke, you guys. So that means overall, in the total of since November on this weight loss journey. I'm at 38 pounds down since November on this tirzepatide, on this Zepbound journey. I am down 17.8 pounds, so almost 18 pounds in 4 weeks. I cannot believe it. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's hope at the end of the tunnel. Like, I can see the light, and it's actually working for me. And it's crazy because my doctor was very surprised. I guess what he was saying, most people or a lot of his patients don't even experience any weight loss in the first couple of months. So to be experiencing the weight loss that I am in these 4 weeks, is definitely significant, and it's great to be able to talk about. So let's talk, week 4. So I took my shot at 210. I had some appetite suppressant and very limited side effects on day 1, the shot day. So I had my normal breakfast and my lunch, which you guys know is always the same thing. It's a banana, it's right, some carrots, some grapes, it's 2 eggs, hard boiled with some everything but the bagel seasoning on it. And so same normal breakfast. Lunch, I had a salad with around 4 ounces of chicken on it. I like to try and get my protein in by lunch, so that way at dinner time is just any extra protein or extra calories that I can get to make sure that I'm eating enough calories to experience weight loss. And so I actually had that for breakfast, had that for lunch, and then had my salad with the chicken, and that was it, you guys. I was good on Friday. So I take my shots, as you guys know, on Fridays. It's just easier for me that way. Oh, sorry, I hit my camera. It's just easier for me that way to take it on Fridays. I don't have to worry about going anywhere. If there's an event or something on, Saturday, I have an option to choose if I feel like I can go or if I don't. So I like to take it on Friday afternoon, so that way I have the weekend to kind of work through any major initial side effects. And then that way by Monday, because I work a job where I'm out in the field and, constantly going, the side effects will primarily or mostly subside by then. So on Saturday, it was a busy day. I actually had an event that I was going to. And so it was a Women's Day event, fabulous event with one of my sister friends. And I had some diarrhea. You guys know I'm very, very open and honest, right? So if it's too much, please don't, feel bad about fast forwarding. But I had some diarrhea in the morning. And I drank some mushroom breakthrough by Optimizer because I wanted to make sure I had enough energy to be able to make it through the event. I went to the event. It was a brunch, so they did have like all the brunch foods. I literally had 1/4 of a waffle. I had 1 piece of bacon, 1 piece of sausage, and about a cup of eggs. I also had 1/4 cup of some chilaquiles because they had chilaquiles as well. Oh, and I love chilaquiles. I hope my sound is not too loud. I love chilaquiles. And then I also had like a little scoop of some potatoes, a small, very small scoop. I had slight nausea after eating that, which I also had like a wing, a little like what do you call it? The flat part of a wing, fried chicken. And I was nauseous a little bit after that. I should not have had the waffle. I should not have had the chicken. I probably should not have had anything but the eggs, maybe the sausage. I could have done the bacon. But it definitely affected my stomach. And I was extremely, extremely full to the point where I actually had to eat a couple of ginger chews because I was feeling, the nausea, the mouth watering sensation. And I did not eat again, you guys. And I think that was at around 1:30. I didn't eat again until like 7 p.m. when I ended up having a cup of chicken and some crackers. That was all I could stomach. So I literally had like a little cup of some chicken and some crackers, and that was it to try and settle my stomach a little bit. I did take some magnesium breakthrough that evening so that I could make sure I didn't experience any constipation the next day. And it was a good day with some good energy, I'll say, right? It also had 2 packets of electrolytes this day because I wanted to make sure with the diarrhea that I was experiencing in the morning that I had enough electrolytes in my body. The next day, I ended up having like 1.5 packets of electrolytes. So I take the LMNT or the Element electrolytes. And so day 1 and day 2, I guess you would say, so for me, you guys, I'll explain this. I know I've explained it before, but day 1 to me is 24 hours after I take the shot, right? Day 2 is 48 hours after I take the shot. Because that's when the medicine is really actually fully in my system and is moving through. So day 1 for me is Saturday. Day 2 for me is Sunday. So day 2, I had 1.5 packets of electrolytes, and I'll normally have more electrolytes on day 1 and 2 because I feel extremely lethargic. I'll be dealing with diarrhea, and I want to make sure that my body is hydrated. So for that, I had a scoop of protein in the morning, protein powder, and some mushroom breakthrough. Around 11:30, I got hit with diarrhea. And you guys, I had it all morning. And I went somewhere around like 3 or 4 times. I know it's a lot. I know I'm telling you guys TMI, but I feel like you guys need to know this is my experience, right? Everyone's experience is different, but this is my experience. And for me, on this 2.5 milligram journey of Zepbound, I've experienced more diarrhea than anything else. I have not really experienced constipation. But for lunch, I ended up having a half of a barbecue chicken salad from California Pizza Kitchen. I love their chicken salad. I had 2 avocado egg rolls and a half a cup of barbecue twisted Fritos. Why did I do it? I should not have done it because, listen, it definitely affected my stomach a little bit. I know it was the avocado egg rolls, but it wasn't bad. So, but it definitely, I was having a little bit of nausea and a little bit of like upset stomach after that. But nothing extreme. The next day, so day 3, I had no symptoms, no side effects. I had a normal breakfast, which you guys already know what that is. I had lunch around 3 p.m., which was the other half of my salad from the prior day. And I had regular bowels that morning. So I guess kind of, putting it for the bio-optimizer. Dinner, I had 2 homemade tacos, crunchy tacos. Now that was a Monday. So that Monday I did weigh in and I was actually up by a couple of pounds. So I weighed in at like 379.4, which maybe it was probably Saturday's meal. I'm seeing that I get affected by Monday from Saturday's meal. So if I do something on Saturday, it definitely affects the scale on Monday. So the scale was, excuse me, was up some. Now, Wednesday, the 11th. So then Tuesday, I weighed in this morning and my weight was back down. Yeah, because, yep. So I weighed in and my weight was back down. So it was back down to the original weight that it was on last Friday of 378.4. So I woke up with a little bit of diarrhea. It's probably from the tacos, but I love my homemade tacos. So I probably will not stop eating them. Not even going to lie. But I woke up at 3 a.m. To use the restroom and it was my friend D. And then around 8 a.m. I had a regular, bowel, which was good. I was feeling very tired, but I ended up having a crazy dream that woke me up, which, yeah, it was crazy, but it woke me up. So for breakfast, I had 2 eggs. I had a banana. I had my carrots for lunch, grapes. And then I ended up having dinner again. And for dinner, I ended up having some tacos for dinner. Wednesday and Thursday, this is where it's crazy. I've noticed when I take the shot in my arm, when I take Zepbound in my arm, it is completely different from when I take it in the stomach, because the amount of appetite suppression I get in the arm is definitely a lot better than what I get in the stomach. So I ended up having really great appetite suppression, very minimal like discomfort and pain. Thursday, I got on the scale Wednesday morning. I was actually down 2 pounds on Wednesday. So that was super exciting. Thursday, I didn't get on the scale that morning. You know, I had been experiencing diarrhea all day. That's probably because I had like 4 tacos the evening before, which I shouldn't have. I should have just stuck to 2. But outside of that, my appetite suppression was extremely strong on day 5 and 6, which is normally by 5 and 6, I'm hungry again. So I think when I'm taking it in the arm, there's a delayed appetite suppression that I'm experiencing versus when I take it in the stomach, it's normally right off the bat. So yeah, you guys, can you believe it? 6.4 pounds down, total of 17.8 pounds, total overall of 38 pounds for the journey from November. I feel better. I am walking better. I am breathing better. My heart rate is better. My blood pressure is better. I'm just thankful that I decided to take this journey and trust my doctor, and get on this Zepbound journey, right? And take the Zepbound 2.5. Like I said, next week I'm titrating up to 5. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to see how that is. I've heard so many stories in regard to the titration up to 5 from 2. It's literally doubling the dosage, and people have all types of responses. So I'm going to make sure that I talk to you guys about that and I share that. But outside of that, you guys, I'm super, super excited to be on this journey. And I'm so thankful and excited that you guys are on this journey with me. I'm blessed to have you guys coming along with me and taking this journey with me. I'm going to start to share a little bit more about what I'm doing to deal with the side effects and share some of that information and kind of share with you guys what those items are that I've been using that are very, very helpful through this process. But I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm seeing what works. I'm seeing what doesn't work. And I'm taking you guys along the ride with me. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for joining me and watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can be notified when your girl drops another video. I love you, family. I love you, friends. I'll be praying for you all, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in to my journey of living out loud, where I share the good, the bad, the ugly, and the great. Have a great rest of your day, you guys. Bye.